What is up? How are we doing this fine Monday evening? Tonight we are back in Satisfactory and we are continuing to set up our train network. So we're part way through. So we've laid the track pretty much all the way from our steel base all the way over here. Now all of these tractors are going to be upset because they've broken their routing, so we're going to need to sort that out before our power shuts down, but that's a future problem. Hello Artemis Angel, how are you? What is a current errand problem though, is I don't have the resources. Today we are finishing our train track. So we need to sort this out so we can get rid of all of those pesky little tractors driving around. And mostly because I placed train tracker over their routing so they no longer work. So basically got to fix that. Well, so that's kind of the plan for today. Not entirely sure. So I'll come back and I'll make this into an actual nice bridge or something later. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. What are we looking for? Train station. So the only thing we're really short on currently is the wire, which we may not have enough of up here. So yeah, so at the very least we'll get the trains up here running. And then we will continue to build the factory around there too. And we'll have a little bit of shuffling we need to do, which is going to be fun. Take a couple hundy more of those. And hopefully we have wire somewhere. Our concrete's going to be full soon too. No wire in there, or wire in these, which is fan-bloody-tastic. Yeah, I should be able to kind of cheat this a little bit. Now, I don't think we're approaching our power limit. Oh, not even close. Ooh, alright, let's go. Yeah, so I'm just laying the foundation down for the trains. And then we'll fix all the connections up, and then we'll kind of make the train stations a bit prettier too. Very glad that did not derail the train. Alright. So that will go up. Oh, that's gonna derail there. Don't worry about it. That was supposed to happen. So what will happen is we will send the train up this way. So we're going to need to fight those little buggies. Come on. There we go. So all of them? Cool. Oh, actually you may run out of pipe as well. Oh, does this not connect around like I thought it did? Not entirely. That's a little problematic. Oh no, we can make this work. It's kind of a temporary track anyway, because we'll come back and we'll relay roads and other things with it too, so I'm not overly worried. Okay, so the first slot is copper or coal. I can't remember which one's which. That's fine. The second one is the other one. I actually don't know if we're gonna need the other platforms up. Let's just put in empty ones for now, and then if we need them, we'll convert them back over. Surface is uneven. Alright, so let's just put that out. Okay. Oh, that's a little too sharp. And we're gonna have to figure out this these motors too, so that's a future problem though. Like it might be, you know, the track ducks off somewhere, who knows. That's the future. Much of a future problem. Alright, so I don't remember which way around we did the one before. I reckon it's coal on the right, iron on the left. That's my prediction. Okay, so you're entirely copper, iron. And that coal is wholly for transportation. Interesting. Okay. We can work with that, I think. Oh yeah, inventory's gonna be full now. Okay, let's just get rid of that. We don't need it. Oh. I did not think that bit through. That's fine, we don't need them either. Okay, so if we jump over into Mark 4. So let's do a little merger. Merge, merger, there you are. But we could actually get away with not having a merge. I don't know. Let's see how we go in terms of intake. Because the other, you know, the other option is putting in another, you know, just another train. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it a little messy to start with. Just so I can essentially see how our output works, see if I need to add in another, you know, other cars on the back and whatever else, right? So let's just do the same here. I'm pretty sure it's that way around. And then, yeah, we'll sort out all the other joins later. Yeah, as it is likely, we will need to run multiple trains down here. It is probably best we keep the tracks separate. And like we'll build like an actual train road kind of thing in the future. It's not overly needed just yet. And then what we kind of want to do is I don't want to start the train here, stop the train again there. Potentially we need to like build like a middle station kind of thing. So let's go here. As I said, I'm not entirely sure if I'll need to use the extra carriages yet, so we'll just leave it as the front ones. And see how well we do. Okay, so we've got train station. It is a little closer to this one here, but that's kind of fine, I think. One. And then we switch over to the empty platform. Like so, and then what we'll want that up like that. Okay, we're not going to necessarily connect that one up just yet because we want to see how well the train copes. Well, it's also got to empty all of those other ones which have been building up for a little bit anyway, so I'm not entirely worried. I mean, it is a pretty long track, so potentially it does need potentially 2 trains would work. Or we just use more cars, I don't know. Alright, those are slowly emptying, which is good. Because once that one is empty, which we may just help it along with, to be honest. But yeah, let's just get rid of it. Bring our little tractors over here. Get them nice and out of the way. That one should be low enough, I think. Not to cause any issues. So let's just So the way this angle kind of has formed, let's just run this completely into the wall here. Oh, we're short on iron plates. It also might be that under here we might be able to even build like a truck station or something. I don't know. I'll have to see what we can conjure up. I mean, it looks like we're still producing plenty of power, so we shouldn't have been able to cause too many issues just yet. And if we don't end up liking how this, you know, how that spacing at that middle one works, we can just always add in another platform. It's not really the end of the world. All right. So if we bring our track kind of like that, you reckon? Yeah, I reckon. So alright, well that's not going to end up, the truck station isn't going to end up staying there anyway, so I'm not overly worried. Alright, so we got that up and running. Let's just take a train back just to, you know, kind of speed things up a little. But I guess it also kind of depends how quickly it actually fills up. Because I reckon we might be able to get away with... I think we may need all four of the carriages. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're built for 4 anyway, so it's not terribly the end of the world. Alright, so we'll come in here. figure, so we want to load. And we want to load. Now that one's actually loading quite slowly. Now, I know it is also a combination of we're not using the fastest belt, so let's just go and see what we need to do. Slash how far back. I mean, we've also got oil here. So if I don't have to use all four, I don't really want to. We're outputting 120 per minute, so it's not terribly fast anyway. Alright. So the iron stopped moving, so I'm going to assume the iron terminal is full, which it is indeed. Let's come here and that's... Alright, so we'll do the first stock. And I guess what we kind of want to figure out is, do we make it back here in time for this to be emptied? It's essentially what we're trying to work out. Because I don't know how we'll... I think we can tell it in a setting not to fill everything. Or not to... Like, what resources to load. So let's come over here. We'll just spin straight through this one. Because I know the carts will be quite full. Okay, so let's just have a look at... So we want these on unload. Another... Okay, so the locomotives are full. Alright, so that's coal, that's fine. So that one needs to be an iron, which is good because iron's... Iron should be in this first one anyway. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So let's put the first iron extract down. And then we'll just put another one, basically another one just straight behind it, I think. Okay, so that's coal, iron. Alright, how are we gonna do this bit, I think. Let's just bring out a temporary platform. Because we'll also just want to start dismantling some of this below stuff anyway. Because the other thing that this kind of lets us do, probably more than anything else, is it lets us actually just load balance a bit better. Okay, so this one needs both as well. Oh, we are low on encased industrial beams. Let's just jump over and grab some. Basically we'll just grab an entire stack, I think. Because what we'll do is we will just we'll make it work with what we have now, and then as we need to upgrade, we'll kind of do a little bit of a relay underground, I think. It also actually might just work better having yeah, it may actually just work better having it this way as well, so we'll kind of need to see what happens. Actually, while we're here, let's just do an upgrade of the internal belts here. The main feeders. So this one needs to change. So does that one. Alright, so that one needs to change too. The exit belts will kind of sort out later. I'm not entirely worried about them. Right, so that's all upgraded. So let's go back outside. So we're pulling 480 per second out of just that one exit, but we can pull up to basically 960 more or less. Okay, so if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got how many rows? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5. 5 times 4, was it? No, 5 times 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got to times that by 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 times 45 times 4. 900. Okay. In its current form, all of this could be powered off the 1. So what we might do is we may leave it how it is for now, because we also have those more local connections as well. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. Then we've got to look down here. Then just connect that one straight up as well. That should more or less sort those ones. And then we'll need to obviously go and sort the underground connections here as well. I guess it also comes down to is, are we pulling, you know, are we actually pulling too much coal or whatever? Okay, so the back one has to be coal. That's kind of just how it's set up to be now. Alright, so let's just stop that one. Then let's just go back here. We're just trying to make it so this all works at the moment. Okay. Let's just put a cover track on. That should be enough coal for at least those. Oh, actually, that should be enough coal for the whole output, for the whole thing. So somehow we also want to get these ones involved. Okay. So are we still, how are we going? So that one's nearly empty. That one is pretty empty. We should definitely be able to do something, but let's just... Okay, so why don't we put a splitter, let's put a splitter here. What that will do is that will connect us. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will allow us to connect one to here. And then the other we can figure out. Okay, so that sorts that one out. How many entry points do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's get rid of... Let's just sever all of the connections for a second. Just so we can kind of see what's going on a teensy bit better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do we want to do that? So I'm thinking... So the first one comes out. And then let's just place that down. And then we want to do a splitter there. So this is the first one. Sorry, hang on, wrong one. We would want that to be the outside one, so that that goes there. And that one goes there. And then what we would want is that to come back here. Comes out there. And then this one like that. Two. Yeah. I don't know if those are actually connected. I don't remember. I think that's correct. Right, let's just jump around the other side first. Make sure it, actually, let's just go and get everything by the trains. Okay, so it is the other way around. So it is the other way around. Is there a super quick way just to swap this? Yes, sort of. Right, that can just be our super temporary solution. Alright, let's just dock everything first. And make sure... Yeah, so if we dock this all first, we should be able to make sure it's all connected. And then we can sort out making the train stations a bit more prettier. And then we'll come back and upgrade all of these too. So, bit of a win-win. Although I'm not entirely sure what we would use all for all 4 ports here for, actually. If we can get away just with the 2, we'll see. Okay, so there's something here that is a mark raised somewhere. Alright, so they're all connecting, which is good. So let's connect up the rest of these 2. Alright, so that will actually in fact be... Yeah, why don't we come down a tad? And then we'll put the splitter here. This is all super temporary. So this is coal, so this will actually be that one. Alright, so then that goes over there. And that super messily goes there. So if we just run on the other side, what I'll actually do, I'll just go and delete a whole bunch of what it's producing. Okay, so the problem is it's not getting any coal. The problem is the steel isn't clearing. I don't know if this is actually being thought through yet. Are they all just starting to turn back online? No, they're all... Actually, let's go there just for a second. That should definitely start to clear this. All right. And what we'll do is we'll actually just clear a whole bunch of our pipes. Let's delete them all. Because we'll also just have to relay this with Mark IV all anyway, so let's just see what we can achieve. Yeah, so why is this one upset? Okay, that's an output. Where is this one's input? And I think this one's actually meant to be coal, potentially. So let's see if we can get back up. And we'll just take a whole bunch of... Let's just chuck coal in there. Chuck one coal in there too. Alright, so is the problem that they're now out? No. Biggest problem is whatever this one connects to. Huh. Alright, so it's entirely empty now, so let's just go around collecting everything. And we'll do it a couple times to see how it clears through. We should have... I actually think we're going to have too much. Okay, so that's a somewhat good sign. These are still filling. It's been a little bit. Okay, so the front one is iron. Let's see how this goes. Now this will still skip that one station in the middle, so we'll need to just try and account for that. But yeah, so let's go through to the other side. and see if we've lined this up correctly. I do have trains. I'm just seeing if I built it correctly currently. So the front one, did I say was iron? I'll have to check what's in the... Yeah, I think the front one's iron. Okay. So just before we load... Oh, never mind. I want to know how full we are here. So the iron was already full, but the coal was still going. That's okay. Unsure yet. So what's... Oh, I still got them mixed slightly somewhere. Oh no, that could be just mixed from before. Let's go around one more time. Because what it is I'm making sure that I'm trying to figure out if I need to go to 4 carriages or if I need to go to 2. Or if I can stay at 2. Ideally, I don't want to go to 4 because I'll use the back 2 potentially to bring oil around, but not sure. I ideally want to be able to keep 2. Although that was pretty successful. Now this may not appreciate the fact that it's mixed, but let's just see how we go on the next round. Don't worry about the spaghetti. This is going to get reworked. I'm just making sure that the train physically works. That looks like... So it looks okay, I think. Alright, so let's go around again. Just to see if this works and I can connect in the other station on the way. This giant elephant tick thing's kinda in the way as well. Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that. We actually may be okay with putting in the middle station. Let's just see how we go. So do a dock here. And I'll need to come back and, you know, upgrade all of this as well, so it's not perfect just yet. Because what I want to see is I want to see by the time we get to the second station, how full is the container. And then by the time we get back to the main base, how is the level of the coal and iron going, essentially, is what I want to see. Because I could actually be just pulling so much I need to expand it, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so the iron here looks like it's already full, so let's just back up a tad. Coal's pretty empty. Coal here is full. Okay, so these are both full. Interesting. Okay. Maybe we do need to use all 4 cars. All right, let's go back to the factory. Go back to the factory, see how full it is, and then we may call it there. Because it looks like it looks like I will need to heavily expand the factory to do this. So let's just see how we go. Okay, so that's somewhat of a good sign. By the time we got back, it was empty. All right. Interesting. Okay. So it kind of works. I definitely think we're gonna need to upgrade this bit first, and we'll go from there. But that sounds like a next time problem. So taking out 360 items per minute. We should be doing more than that. We should be taking out like 900. Oh, it actually does empty pretty quickly. So potentially what we do need to do is we'll go around, we'll count what we're making of each, yeah, see how it's starting to back up there? of what we're actually making of each unit, and then we'll math it out here, extend this, and then go from there. Alright, well, I will catch you all later.